with the Godess of Explosions!
Alright, we're doing this now, I guess. See, it's very interesting. When people sort of talk about how strong a fictional character is, it's always the big guys. You got your Supermans, you got your Gokus, you got your Madaras, you got your Ben 10s. But when it comes to certain video games, there isn't really a lot of talk for something like this. Especially when it comes to the platform fighter genre. So, fuck it, I'ma be the first one. But who to choose out of the myriad of platform? Yeah, fuck you, it's Godess of Explosions. I'm talking about Godess of Explosions, fuck you. But who in the blue hell is this Yang-looking wannabe? Well, I'll tell ya. Godess of Explosions is a character that was made by the bright minds of Ludosity. And Ludosity is a gaming company that specializes in a myriad of gaming formats. They seem to like this character a lot because she's been in a lot of games. She's been in Hyper Princess Peach, she's been in Card Knights, she's been in Card Knights 2, but more importantly in this video, she's been in Slap City, which is a platform fighter. She is incredibly boisterous, rivaling Vegeta's level of boisterous. It's not even funny. Almost every single time that she battles someone, it always ends with her never getting any sort of scratches, any sort of damage whatsoever, and just like dusting it off like it's nothing. In her words, she calls herself an omnipotent stud. She is so loud for no reason at all. And there's only two things she likes more than gloating and causing problems. That's explosions.
Anyway, what is your wish? More explosions. Your wish is granted!
And fighting. You know, if she wasn't taken already, I bet Kenpachi would probably... Fuck that, we're not talking about that. What we are going to talk about, though, is putting that money where her mouth is. With feats, statements, and scaling, we are going to see just how powerful this goddess claims to be. Starting with her lower ones, all the way to the highest ones that we can possibly give her. So let's not waste any more fucking time. Let's go over the low ones. So, on the low ball, you would scale Godess of Explosions right near her kid sort of level. And if you think being as powerful as your kids is like small potatoes, you ain't fucking seen nothing yet. Let's start with her weakest child, Squeak. She is small, but she is surprisingly powerful. On the low end, she can swing a half-ton prop that is like 6 times the length of her for an hour straight, while it's made out of lead. This is definitely superhuman type behavior, but it gets even better, folks, because we are going to introduce 2 more daughters to the mix. Joining into the roster, Princess Peach and Princess Monotone. Now, as you play the story mode when it comes to Godess of Explosions, Monotone actually talks to you sometimes about the other siblings. And what's interesting is when they talk about the other 2 fighting. Since Monotone left the kingdom of Explodia, you know, that's the place where they rule. I guess I forgot to talk about that, my bad. She left her father in charge, and she says verbatim, "I'm here to keep an eye on Squeak and Peach so they don't level another city when they have an argument." And again, we're still not there, folks. There's still more to go through. For now, let's go over Princess Peach, because she has a lot more feats and a lot more scaling that will go ahead and describe just how powerful Godess is in a sec. In her own game, Princess Peach actually faces a mechanized Santa. Yes, I know, it's stupid, just roll with it. She defeats this Santa and then goes away, only to get trolled by him by letting the present that he apparently didn't give her explode. She comes back, and then the worst happens.
Galactic Princess! Awesome.
So, a lot happens there, so we're gonna have to break it down. Princess Peach actually takes the robot into the moon, which takes about like 4 seconds, which is almost sub-relativistic to light, almost to there. But that's not the impressive part. The impressive part is, not only does she have the kinetic force in order to actually destroy the Milky Way galaxy, she can also escape the blast. Once you understand this, you actually know that she's way faster than light than you think. To put it in perspective, the entire consistency of the Milky Way galaxy has about 400 billion stars, and across this, that would mean that the Milky Way galaxy is about 100,000 light years across. She literally traveled that distance and way farther casually. This isn't just travel speed either, because she actually battles her older sister for this amount of distance, showing that she can still fight even at these speeds. Hell, look at Monotone. She doesn't like using explosions like her family does, so she does something else. She actually creates lasers that can apparently destroy small galaxies. Mind you, she's still studying how to make her lasers even stronger. This is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to her destructive power. Her lasers can potentially get faster, stronger, and way better at destroying things. So basically, we go like this, right? Goddess's children, at least when it comes to the older ones, casually can destroy small and even regular sized galaxies. And because they're relative to each other, their speeds, lowballing, can actually be hundreds of thousand times the speed of light. You can only imagine what their power and what their speed would be if they actually tried against someone. This is all to say that Goddess is still stronger than this. Before I get into the higher versions of what Godess can do, I have to show people that she's actually relativistic to her daughters, or at least casually can do their same feats. In the story mode, while she was nerfed, by the way, she literally nerfed herself for the day. I don't know, because she felt like it, I guess. While she was getting threatened by a talking Kiwi, yes, I get it, Slap City is freaking weird, can we please just roll with it? Instead of wanting to find out where the person lived, she just brought the idea to just put the Earth into the sun, just cuz. Also, in the arcade ending, it actually states, the Goddess of Explosion punched Slap City into orbit and went to eat the sun. And that's still small potatoes in Slap City. In Hyper Princess, which is, her daughter's game, she actually uses the same technique that Peach uses, and that's because she actually gave it to her in the middle of the game, but instead of using the moon, she uses Saturn. Going from Earth to Saturn actually takes about 4 times the speed of light, especially if you're going there in 1 second. So she's pretty fast if that was the only thing she had. But we already know just by knowing how Peach is going that she's way faster than this. With that, let's finally get into the nitty gritty. See, in order to know this information, you actually have to go to the extras when you beat story mode in Slap City. Then you'll get an interview that these 2 cat-looking things give you, and they actually talk to the husband about a few things. First of all, he minds bears. Slap City is so fucking stupid. Apparently he can mine bears, and his words, not mine, bears are apparently the most potent energy source in the universe of Slap City. And extracting the exact amount of bear from each bear without harming it is difficult and demanding task. What the everlasting fuck? We also get some feats from Godess that shouldn't be too surprising considering the fact that, even her little ones can destroy a galaxy. Like her apparently is screaming enough in order for Pluto to lose orbit. But that's not the biggest part. Look at this interview. How much of the cosmos has your family destroyed by now anyway? Bear Miner says with the absolute blankest face imaginable. He said, in this dimension, hard to say. My wife was going to blow up the universe yesterday as an anniversary gift for me. But then she settled for getting me a bear that I can mine as a hobby project instead. She's so thoughtful. This is fucked up. You see, you could say that, oh, it's just a statement. Why would you ever say anything about it? Here's the thing. He's literally telling you that mining bear is one of the most potent sources in the universe. And he also has no reason to lie to you. His children and himself can destroy galaxies very casually. He literally has no reason to lie to this interviewer right now. Literally no one in his universe can beat his family. Why would he lie? At this point, it gets you going. What does this mean for Godess? Well, clearly, this means that she can destroy a universe. Now, is this casually? Is this at the high end? It's a little hard to say. But the fact that Bear Miner literally said, in this dimension, it kind of gives you a few context clues. I think this means at bare minimum, Godess would probably be low multiversal. Probably can destroy a few universes casually, but I could definitely see her like going more and more into it. Especially since, you know, Bear Miner is literally mining the most potent thing in the universe. Only for Godess to kind of not care about this sort of thing. So it definitely raises a few eyebrows. But what does this all mean for our explosive friend over here? So on the very lowest end, we can get Godess to about 100,000 times the speed of light. Very low. We can also get her to galaxy level because, you know, pitch scales to that. Again, very casually. But once you really dig into the lore, you can see that she's low multiversal. Can probably destroy a few universes casually, maybe. There would have to be some give and take for this sort of thing. But the real impressive thing is her speed. See, if Pitch can avoid a solar system like attack very casually, then you should probably scale this for Godess as well. Meaning, if she has the output in order to destroy the entire universe, it would be fair to say that she can literally blitz this attack in its entirety. If that's the case, she's actually 46.5 billion light years in speed, which is the whole universe, by the way. This honestly isn't that too far off too, because again, Bear Miner literally mines the biggest output of energy that has ever done in their universe, and Godess does not care about it at all. Not only that, there are multiple dimensions in the Slap City universe, which quite literally means that if she really wanted to, she could just avoid things in its entirety by going to the next universe. She would have to be at that product of speed regardless, which is pretty fucking scary. And it actually kind of makes a lot of sense because she is so lackadaisical to every single person that she beats. In the extras, it says, the Godess shrunk herself in size to look for a challenge, but can't resist taking risks and toying with her foes. And it kind of makes sense. If you're that much powerful and you're that much faster than anyone, kind of makes sense why you'd nerf yourself. She literally says, today I want to see what happens if I use an imagitillionth of my power. Now, you could say, oh, well, this is an imaginary number. They just did it for jokes. Maybe, but the fact that you have to literally create a whole number in order to nerf yourself kind of means a whole lot. Basically, Godess of Explosions is strong as shit and could probably solo a lot of verses if she actually tried. But that does get you wondering, though. How well would she do with something like the Dragon Ball universe? Okay, maybe we're not there yet. But still, even though she can be a pain in the neck, I'm glad she's still here. Keep on going, you explosive bastard. I'ma take your fucking J's now. Gonna take your fucking J's. I'ma take your fucking J's now. Gonna take your fucking J's.